In the beginning, I just knew I wanted to feel better. I'd hit 50. I didn't like the way my body felt or looked, and therefore how it made me feel about myself. But in reality, I just wanted to feel better. I didn't want the wobbly bits anymore. It's actually been Sam at Life Force Fitness who's had the plan for me. I didn't know I'd end up looking like this. I just got to the point, you don't like to use words like desperation, but desperate. I just knew that this was my first step to feeling better about myself. Life Force Fitness have helped me, without getting gushing or tearful actually, in innumerable ways. So I can now control my food. I eat when I want to eat. I can control that emotionally. So I have a better life. My kids bike with me. They're both fitter than they were. And my husband, who has not done any of this, by default has lost 2.5 stone as well, just because we have a healthier lifestyle. I'm leaner. I have a body shape I couldn't have dreamt before. So I've got a body I love, or I walk like I deserve to be on the planet. So I've achieved a body, but also I've achieved a lot of balance in my mind. But essentially I have lost, I know from my own scales at home, just over 3 stone. But some will just say, oh, you've lost a bit of weight, and I take great pride saying, yes, I've lost 3 stone. So the weight's come off, but it's more subtle than that. I have patients who have been to where I work, they all seem to go to Slimming World, and there's nothing wrong with Slimming World. They do lose the weight and they do maintain their weight loss, but their body shape unfortunately doesn't always, it's smaller, but it's not necessarily show off to the world, because there's the skin that's left behind. The patient was kind enough to sort of show me bits, and that's what I didn't want. You had a vision of how my body could look, and my 20-year-old daughter said, Mum, you look amazing. You look like a smaller version of your former self. And she said, I just look like I have shrunk, but I'm still all in proportion. So that's what I've achieved. I've achieved a body that looks like it hasn't been deflated. And as well as the fitness. If I want to run, I can. So when I needed to take my son's wellies back to his class under time pressure, I could run from his class to the car and back again, and then back to the car again. And that makes me feel quite euphoric, because I've never been a runner. So obviously I was riddled with anomalies that were going to make what I perceived as exercise very difficult. And I had actually been to see a personal trainer before coming to Life Force Fitness. She didn't seem to pay attention to the fact that my body in some ways was pretty broken. So I was scared that I wouldn't be able to do it, but also that I couldn't risk going back to the pain of the previous injuries. So pain and being injury prone was my biggest fear. But we've overcome that. I have not had an injury, and I just don't get the pain anymore. So that's another thing I've got. Not only am I fitter, leaner, happier, I don't have the pain. It's gone. So yeah, it's like my body's been reinvented. But I most enjoy is my training sessions. They hold a big value for me. The care you've taken with me, your understanding, the emotional support has been profound, so that I actually wanted to turn up. I didn't feel like I was being made to do it. That I walk from the door to the car and feel smug. I feel like I can conquer the world. But at that moment, I'm quite invincible. I never thought I would say this, is very conceited. I enjoyed watching my arms, actually. As a woman who had once driven to a Sunday lunch with her husband, and it was summer, the window was open, my arm was resting on the door, and I caught sight of my underarm in the side mirror of the car. I thought, oh my God, that's disgusting. Did the window up and put my arms neatly by the side of my body. Now I find myself, I can look in the mirror and think, I haven't got bingo wings. I actually have arms that I can be proud of. There's a lot of fear there. There's a lot of nervousness. A couple of comments from my friends have been, I don't know if I'd want to be in a gym, and I've reassured them that it's quiet. There's just you and a trainer, and then perhaps Johnny and somebody else. But everyone's in their own space. You understand that this is about you. You're not comparing yourself to anybody, and you don't feel judged because nobody else is watching you, and you certainly don't feel judged by your trainer. You just feel that they believe you can achieve your goals. When I turned up here, I realised when speaking to you that you both played to win, and I laughed and said, okay, you're my team. I believed that you believed enough that I could make the journey, so I was prepared to step forward. And then all the way through, you've just encouraged me. You have believed in me so I could believe in myself. But all these were things I could never have dreamt of doing. A happier self and the tools to have a healthier life. I'm honest about what I eat and when I eat it, and that really does work. It gives you a sense of control. And I do that every morning with my kids, who are the only kids that go to school having biked 3 miles with their mother every morning before they even go to school. But my son's fitter, and I get immense pleasure actually watching them cycle in front of me because they look a picture of health.